Hello, friends, and welcome to yet another episode of Talking Timeshares with Timeshare Users Group. I'm here tonight to present every timeshare owner out there with a 100% guaranteed solution to exit your timeshare. Sound too good to be true? Well, buckle up. This episode is absolutely going to ruffle some feathers in this industry. Ever wonder how so many companies can advertise a guaranteed way to get out of your timeshare on the internet, radio, or TV without even knowing any details about your timeshare ownership or the situation you're in? As with all things that sound too good to be true, especially in this industry, these pitches involve a healthy dose of clever marketing sprinkled with a bit of horseshit. And I'm going to tell you how it all works right now. And all of you came here to learn about a 100% guaranteed solution to exit an unwanted timeshare. So here we go. That magical solution is to stop paying for it. Yes, I can practically hear your eyes rolling through the screen right now. But just take a few minutes and hear me out and discover why this seemingly obvious strategy is utilized by so many owners without them even knowing about it. What most people don't realize is that timeshare exit / cancellation / whatever companies actually utilize this as one of their legitimate strategies for getting you out of your timeshare. And no, I'm not kidding. You might actually be thinking that this is the dumbest thing you've ever heard on the internet, or at least today, because who in their right mind would pay someone thousands of dollars just to stop paying for their timeshare? After all, if you wanted to stop paying, you could just do that yourself for free. Just when you think this industry can't actually sink any lower, the oh-so-clever marketing that is the hallmark of timesharing steps up and literally says, hold my beer. If I literally told you the truth, in that my strategy for you to get you out of your timeshare was to tell you to stop paying for it, you would never pay me money for that sort of advice. That is absolutely ridiculous, and something you can do yourself for free without any effort at all. But if I completely obscure that little tidbit and instead pitch you a legitimate sounding, tried and true process for legally getting you out of your timeshare that uses phrases such as cease all communications with your resort, we now represent you, or forward any letters or correspondence that your resort sends to you from here on out to us, because you have now hired us to take care of your timeshare from here on out, and you shouldn't communicate with your resort at all. This, of course, makes it sound like you have engaged a legitimate entity that is now going to handle your timeshare on your behalf from here on out. Problem solved. Some even go so far to establish, or try to establish, that they might actually act as some sort of legal intermediary between you and your timeshare, should anything actually go wrong. And that sounds way more valuable as a service, doesn't it? Now let's just take a moment and sit back and think, what actually happens if you take that advice and stop all communication with your resort, or forward all the letters, including bills, to this entity instead of responding to them or paying for them? If you guess that that will eventually result in you no longer owning your timeshare, well, you win a prize. Not a real prize, mind you, but being right on the internet kind of prize. And who can put a value on that? But hey, they got you out of your timeshare and goal achieved. Also, side note, you don't actually qualify for that money back guarantee anymore because they got you out of your timeshare, didn't they? For many owners, this is actually music to their ears because they are finally out of their timeshare. This, of course, requires them to completely ignore the fact that this entity didn't actually do much of anything on their behalf and simply play the odds that you won't suffer any repercussions on down the road, such as foreclosure or judgment, or they simply play the odds that those repercussions or credit hits or judgments or foreclosures won't actually catch up to you for months, if not years, if ever. And it's absolutely true that there is a significant percentage of timeshare systems that won't do much of anything at all if you default on your timeshare, outside of simply turning you over to a collections agency in an effort to recover overdue fees and reporting that default to the U.S. credit bureaus. And the odds on that are even 50-50 in many situations. Thus, in playing these odds, this strategy works for countless thousands of unhappy owners desperate to exit a timeshare and are lured by this pitch of a 100% guaranteed solution to get them out, not for 1 second realizing that they were paying to stop paying for their timeshare. It seems almost unbelievable, doesn't it? But the sad truth is, this happens every single day. And these companies rake in millions of dollars a year, preying on the ignorance of unsuspecting owners, desperate to get out of an unwanted timeshare. As mentioned earlier, this industry is like no other and exhibiting an absolutely incredible ability to separate customers from their money. However, by the time justice catches up and manages to shut down one of these entities, all those victims' money is long gone, and 5 new entities jump up to take their place. There's just far too much money to be made with so very little effort involved for companies not to continue to exploit. But on the bright side, you got out of your timeshare, right? Why would you worry about a potential hit to your credit or foreclosure or possible judgment on down the road for stopping payment on your timeshare or a loan? And if that interests you, be sure to check out our other video on what happens when you stop paying for your timeshare. Surely these companies would stand by you when and if something like this would happen, right? Right? And there you have it, folks. A 100% guaranteed exit strategy to get you out of an unwanted timeshare. And it works no matter the timeshare you own and no matter the situation you're in. As long as you ignore the possible negative consequences, of course. And if this sounds like a terrible idea, imagine how bad an idea it is to pay someone to do it on your behalf. No doubt the information in this video is going to come as a shock to some, but hopefully enlightenment to most, as it's the goal of Tug to provide the entire picture for a timeshare owner to make an educated and informed decision moving forward. If you yourself have any opinions on this video, either positive or negative, please leave them down in the comments. I'd love to read them. Till next time, folks, thanks for watching.